How to have multiple streams of passive income. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Hey there, my name is Carey Buck. I've been an independent ATM business owner since 2009, and I've been an ATM business mentor since 2011. That's where I teach people just like you how to start and grow your own profitable ATM business. And you might be wondering, why would I want to start an ATM business? A bunch of reasons. Some folks want to get out of their 9-to-5 jobs. Some folks want to supplement their retirement. Some folks want to put out less capital for a decent return than a whole bunch of capital for a decent return. And some folks just want to finally put their money to work for them instead of them always working for their money, right? And I'm sure there's a multitude of more reasons. It's going to be personal to each person. Why would you want me to help you start your own ATM business? Well, I'm going to save you time, money, and headaches. If you would like me to help you start your own ATM business, go to atmtrainingvideo.com, and that's atmtrainingvideo.com, or just click the ATM Business Blueprint link in the description, and just make sure you click on Watch the Training. All right, so this is a biggie I wanted to talk about. How to have multiple streams of passive income. Okay, so a lot of people talk about, and this is forever people have been talking about multiple streams of income, right? Multiple streams of income. You gotta have multiple streams of income, yada yada yada. Well, when I speak about it, I don't mean, okay, you have your 9-to-5 job, and then you go get a part-time job at Walmart, and then you go get a part-time job at UPS, and then you go get a part-time job serving at the restaurant down the street. Like, multiple streams of income, that's not what I'm talking about, right? But those things are not what I'm talking about. I like the idea, for me and for you, of having, God, my eyes itching, I don't know why, of having multiple streams of passive income. Because all these other ones that I just described, that's all active income. Like, you physically have to be at your job to make money. You physically have to be at Walmart to make money. You physically have to be at UPS to make money. You physically have to be at that restaurant to make money. Oh my God, this is going to drive me nuts. Okay. So I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I gotta put drops in my eyes. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna edit this part out. Okay. All better. I hope. Okay. So yeah, all those 4 scenarios are all active income. You have to be present, right? And if we had learned anything about this pandemic and this coronavirus, it's that sometimes those jobs aren't there for you to be active, right? Actively making money, right? They could be closed. Your money could be cut in half. It could be cut 100%. You could have got laid off, right? So this pandemic, if nothing else, hopefully has you thinking in your mind that you need to know how to have multiple streams. You might be thinking income, right? But I want you to think more along the lines of how to have multiple streams of passive income. Passive income, okay? And just to be very clear, the definition of passive income that I use when I talk about passive income is this one. Passive income is an income received on a regular basis with little to no effort required to maintain it. Little to no effort required to maintain it. Usually, just so you know, when there's no effort required to maintain it, it might not be that great of a return. You know what I mean? It could be, but it might not. So just know, even though it's called passive income, a lot of times there's still going to be work involved. There's going to be some effort that you have to put in to make that really decent return that you're looking for, that decent money that you're looking for. Okay. So how do you have multiple streams of passive income? Well, here's the thing. That full-time job we were talking about, I highly, 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 highly recommend that you love and embrace that full-time job, right? And let it pay the bills, keep your lights on, and feed the family and do all that wonderful stuff while on the side you're starting a passive income stream. And then you focus, big F word, focus on that passive income stream, that one, right? You learn it, you understand it, and then you start implementing it. And then you just focus on that while working the job. And on the side, you're focusing on this one passive income stream. And then when you get it cranking and doing its thing, then boom, focus on your second passive income stream. Again, learn it, understand it, make your plan, implement, focus while you're working the job, and probably having some effort involved with the first stream, right? But minor. Now you are going after the second stream and putting it in play and focusing. And then once that's up and running, if you want to add another one, and just repeat, right? Just repeat that process until you have multiple streams of passive income. Now I always hear, and you probably heard this too, that let me find it on my phone because I try to find it. That here it is. That there was something that says like the average millionaire has 7 streams of income, right? But I couldn't find any studies that actually say that, right? So I don't know where whoever started that got that from, but I did find something from 2018 where this author, he had a 5-year-long study of rich habits, and he drew some conclusions from 233 wealthy individuals and their daily habits. And basically what he found out was that 65% of them had 3 streams of income, 45% of them had 4 streams of income, and 29% of them had 5 or more streams of income. It's kind of interesting, right? Now here's the thing. You don't need to be a millionaire. You might want to, but you don't need to be, right? You can become financially free without being a millionaire, right? You just have to make sure. You know what? I'm gonna put a link up there to a video that explains this, right? You just have to make sure that your passive income that you have coming in exceeds your expenses, and that, my friend, means you're financially free, right? You didn't need to be a millionaire or billionaire to get there, right? You just had your passive income exceed your expenses, and when you get to that point in life, you have all these choices. Like you can choose to quit that full-time job. You can choose to stay there. Like you can do whatever you want. Like choice, freedom, like real freedom, So focus on having multiple streams of passive income. Okay, like that. I really, really, really hope that with everything that's been going on lately, that has sunk in up here for you. That you need multiple streams of income. And I hope this video is making you understand that you need multiple streams of passive income. Passive income. Income where you could be just sitting here on your porch making a video for all of YouTube, knowing that you're making money because some of your ATMs that are actually working and running are making you money. Right? People are using them. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, post them below. Any comments, post them below. Any ideas for future videos, post them below. Don't forget to like this video. And of course, click that little ATM right there. Not the big one, right? If you click that, nothing's going to happen. But if you click that little ATM right there, hit that bell. It's a notification bell. Click all. Then every time I make a video, you're going to be notified, okay? So, how to have multiple streams of passive income. That's what this is all about. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but Carey, like, what should I have? Like, what kind of passive income? Like, where do I start? Okay, where do I start to have multiple streams of passive income? I mean, that's going to be personal choice, like where you start, like what is most interesting to you. I have a list. I made a list of just ideas that I have of passive income. Again, remember that definition I'm using. Passive income is an income received on a regular basis with little to no effort required to maintain it. Okay? Keep that in mind, please. I don't want anybody posting, but you have to do stuff. Well, yeah, no shit. right? Here's a little free tip for you. If you want to make a lot of money and eventually even get out of your job, you're gonna have to do stuff. Okay, it's called work, right? So yeah, you're gonna have to do a lot of it. Okay, so here's a few ideas that I was thinking of, and you jot down the ones that seem interesting to you and that seem plausible for you. Okay, so first thing that came to my mind. Sorry, I had a piece of hair on my thing. Create a product to sell. I'm thinking more online versus like tangible, that you can hold it. So, like, I sell my ATM training. Okay. So, something that you know about, something that you have knowledge about, right? I don't mean you started an ATM business last week and now you're going to start an ATM training. Okay. There's too much of that out there already. Okay. We already know they're doing a disservice to the people whose money that they're taking. But something that you really understand, you really know, and you've been experienced at it for a really long time. Think of that and then put that into a product that you could sell to the people that want to know that knowledge, right? And I know you're like, but Carey, I don't know anything. Yes, you do. I promise you do. There is something that you know, probably multiple somethings that you know that other people would like to know about. I mean, a good thing is to think about, what do people come to you for advice for? What do people come to ask you questions about? You know what I mean? That's a good one. So creating a product and selling it online. Again, it's a lot of work. When I started this ATM training in 2011, it was a ton of work, a ton of effort, a ton of blood, sweat, tears, right? I would be up late at night, up early. It was just a lot because I had a full-time job, right? I was doing this on the side, right? I had a full-time job. I already had an ATM business for 2 years, and now here I am starting this training, creating this training. Like, it was a ton of work. Um, Now it's not so much a ton of work, right? I mean, oh, excuse me. Yeah, I do these videos once in a while. I do a coaching call with my students once a week. It's anywhere from 1 to 3 hours. Um, and I answer their questions in this student only Facebook group, right? Here and there. It's not a lot of effort, right? It's a little bit of effort, but I enjoy it. I enjoy them kicking butt. I enjoy seeing their progress. I enjoy holding them accountable and seeing their goals and seeing them accomplish their goals. Like, I enjoy that. So in the beginning, it's a lot of work, but as you build, then it's not so much work. I used to do all my phone calls. I got to be on the phone from all morning to all night, right? But now I have a team that does that. I used to do all the what do you call it? Website stuff, but now I have somebody else to do that. The support, I have somebody else, right? So I don't do that stuff anymore. But I used to, and it was a ton of work, right? So, anyways, you can create a product. You can, along the lines of a product, you can create, instead of just having, let's say, okay, they buy X product for Y, and this X product, by the way, is online, right? I'm not talking about physical products. So they buy X product online, for Y, whatever that is, right? Instead of that, maybe you have a monthly membership, right? And they buy a monthly membership for Z amount of money every month. Like, I have a friend Julie, who owns a salsa studio. That's where Kathy and I would go and do our salsa performances and bachata performances. Well, with everything that's going on, her studio closed, right? It got shut down. She couldn't open up. So she's always been wanting to go online, and I've been trying to tell her to go online for a really long time. So we finally had a Zoom chat one night, and I gave her some ideas and whatnot. And now she is selling a monthly membership to teach people online how to salsa, bachata, tap, ballet. And I even think she has a French class teaching people French. Right? So, but the dance stuff is a monthly membership. I think she's charging like $60 a month or something, right? Which is pretty awesome. So you can do something with the knowledge that you have, or even like if you had like a physical studio or a physical place, think of how you can bring that online and share it with other folks. You know what I'm saying? So Julie does it a little bit. I have a membership too, a monthly membership thing. But for right now, I'm not charging anybody. I'm just letting it go. People are just it's coaching and accountability, right? But again, I'm not charging right now. Down the line, I'll start charging again. But right now, it's free for all my students. But Julie, she has the videos, right? And she sets them up, but then she also does like private one-on-one stuff. That's not really passive, but doing it like that's not passive. But the videos and all that stuff, totally passive. Um, Another thing that you can do, so monthly membership site. Another thing you can do is a YouTube channel like this, right? And here's the thing: YouTube channels can make you a ton of money, but please do not get fooled into thinking that it's easy to make a ton of money with a YouTube channel. Okay, it's not. It's going to be a whole lot of hard work. Okay, or maybe outsource work, but it's a lot of work. It's not like you're gonna put a video online and not suddenly you're gonna be making $100,000 a month from YouTube. It's just not how it's gonna work. But if there's something that you're interested about, something that you're interested in, and you know other people would be interested in, and the way you do know that is you do your research. All the stuff I talked about in the beginning is doing your research as well. Is you research and see if people want to know about it. If they do, then boom, create that channel. Make sure you set the monetization button to on, so you do get paid. Like ads, go before your videos and maybe in the middle and what have you, right? So that's another way. Passive income. Again, a lot of work in the beginning, but then you have it set up and it just happens, right? Another thing is affiliate marketing, right? So basically you are selling somebody else's product for them, right? So there's a ton of products out there that have affiliate programs where you get part of the commission, right? Whether it's 10%, 25%, 50%, whatever, right? But if you sell their product, instead of them selling it, but you sell it, from your audience, then you get part of the commission, right? It could be a monthly membership where you get part of that commission every single month, or it could be a one-time, let's say, course or something where you get that just one-time fee, right? But affiliate marketing, okay? Dividend stock investing. So there are stocks where they actually pay you dividends, right? It's not a lot, sometimes it's like a couple bucks. I think I have one that's like $100. No, I think it's $100. Does that sound right? I think it is. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. But these stocks will pay you dividends, and they usually pay quarterly. I'm sure some might pay monthly, but they usually pay quarterly. It's just that you have to buy the stock. Let's say it's a $40 stock. You buy a $40 stock, a share of it, and you get that dividend every quarter, whether it's $1 or $100 or whatever. Every quarter you get it. Again, it's going to cost a lot of money. You're going to have to invest a lot of money in stocks to make a decent amount of money in dividends. Do you know what I mean? I think I did an example before where it was like I took this one particular stock, and I'm just going from memory, so none of this is going to be accurate, but I feel like their dividend was like $1.46 or something, but you needed like $1 million something dollars worth of this stock to make $60,000 a year, and that was getting $15,000 a quarter in dividends, right? So clearly, you're probably not going to invest $1 million in stock, because if you were, you probably wouldn't be watching this video. But you could invest $100, $1,000, whatever, you know what I mean, $10,000, and get some dividend investing. Okay, now you're gonna dividend stocks, right? Dividend returns, and it's gonna take some work, like kind of researching and figuring out what way to go, what stock to pick, but you can even set up drip where it's dividend reinvestment. So every time you get some dividends, it automatically goes back in and purchases more stock for you, right, from that same company. That's completely passive, right? That works on its own. It's just that beginning part. And don't even keep an eye on stuff. Like, don't be like, oh my God, it's going down. Let me take my money out. No, just leave that shit go. Leave that shit go. Rental real estate, right? Rental real estate. I love rental real estate. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but I got a little house around my neck. It's when I bought my first single family property. My girlfriend at the time, who is a good friend of mine now, got it for me. Whether it's single family homes that you're renting out or multi-family homes that you're purchasing, right? Excuse me. I've been involved in real estate since 1999. I will always be involved in real estate in some way, shape, or form. I'm a landlord right now. I'll probably always be a landlord. And here's the thing: whether you have a property management company or not, you're still gonna put some work in. You're still gonna put some effort in, right? The people that say, "Oh, it's 100% passive for me because I have a property management company." Well, you better be managing that property management company, otherwise you'll never know if you're getting screwed over by the property management company. Do you know what I mean? So whether you have single family real estate or multifamily, you're gonna manage it to some degree, right? I only have one single family property right now, but my number one goal this year is to buy a multifamily property, 10 units, 10 units or greater. I think my goal was 20 units, but I'm fine with 10 units. Shit. This year has been so sucky. I probably would even lower it to like 5 units or something. You know what I mean, with this everything that's been going on. But you got single family, you got multifamily. Okay, mobile homes. Actually, I got started in real estate in 1999 by investing in mobile homes because at the time I was so fearful, the other big F word, of the high prices with single family homes, right? So I started with mobile homes. What I would do is I would get them for cheap or for free, okay? And they would use mobile homes, and then I would sell them with owner financing. So I was the bank. And they paid me for, every month for their home until it was paid off. And then when it got paid off, I gave them the title to it, right? So that's a great way to do it. Of course, we have the ATM business, right? I've been doing that since 2009. I love it. And if you're involved in real estate, this right here is like a mini rental property with no tenants, no toilets, or no trash. That's exactly what this is, right? Um, but yeah, the ATM business has been very, very good to me. I can tell you that we had a lot of really, really awesome things happen in our life, in my life, in my wife's life, just in general, as a couple, as a family. A lot of awesome things that happened that probably would have never happened if we didn't start this in 2009, right? So it's a great business. Again, I'm sitting here talking to you and my machine's making money. Clearly not this one, right? I was making a video with this one. That's why it's on my porch. But we only, the pandemic is going on, right? We're still in shutdown in all the states that we're in: Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Maryland. And we only have 2 ATMs up and running right now. But those 2 are making us money, even as I sit here talking to you. Okay, as I sleep, they make us money, right? So that's the beauty of the ATM business, and that's the permanent placement side of it, like putting them in local businesses, right? Then there's also the mobile side of it. It's a little more effort, a little less passive, but still passive, because you have to go and physically set up the machine there, right? And then you can go and do whatever you want. And this is like the passive part. Like there's been plenty of times where I've taken naps. We just went home and we took naps or we ran errands or whatever. So it's making us money while we're doing all that stuff. But if something went down, like there was a problem, you gotta go take care of it, whether you need to fix a machine or you need to put money in it, right? And then at the end of the event, of course, you break it down, right? So the beginning and the end, is a little bit of effort, but in the middle, that's all passive. So that's the ATM business. I love that business. Then you can have, now, the ATM business, this right here is a vending machine. You just vend cash, right? But the typical type of vending machine is another great way of passive income, right? Whether you get a soda machine or a snack machine or like a claw machine, right? Or maybe you want to start out really small and do honor boxes. If you don't know where they are, this is going to be my description of them. So picture you going to a restaurant, right? And there's a box sitting there, and there's like little lollipops sticking up outside of the box, right? And then there's a little container right here that, that's where you clearly can see that's where the money goes. And then there's a sign that says pick one for 25 cents, pick four for 75 cents, or something like that. And then it's the honor system that you take one, you're going to put 25 cents in there. Or you take four, you're going to put 75 cents in there, right? So there's a real inexpensive way to make some passive income with honor boxes. So vending is a great way, whether you start with honor boxes or you go to the soda machine, snap machines, or whatever, it doesn't matter. Or if you want to vend cash, right? That's my favorite way, of course. Another way to make passive income. Ready for this? I hope you're sitting down. A savings account. Yes, the bank is not going to pay you shit, but that's still passive income. And that takes zero effort. Once you put that in there, that's zero effort. That's your money. Along the same lines will be CDs, like certificate of deposits. You know what I mean? Passive income right there. Another thing, profit sharing. Okay, so look for companies, like if you're working, look for companies that have profit sharing, right? Like none of the 9 to 5 jobs I ever worked had profit sharing, but I used to be a full-time realtor, and the company that I worked for, that I started with and that I ended with was Keller Williams Realty, and I really liked them. Gary Keller had a book for agents, I think it was called The Millionaire Agent or something. And then he had one for real estate investors. I think it was maybe like The Millionaire Investor or something. I don't know. But the agent book was red. I think the investor book was blue. But he, like that company, their mindset was, like not geared, but they had a good rapport and a good idea when it came to real estate investors. And a lot of other real estate firms weren't like that, right? So I really enjoyed that. But with Keller Williams, they have profit sharing. So when I started, if I brought other people on board, I got profit sharing. I have not been a realtor, and I can't even tell you how long. I mean, it's been probably more than 12 years. Probably more than 12 years that I've not been a realtor. I still, to this day, get profit sharing from Keller Williams every single month. Pretty awesome, right? Now, I got to pay $25 a year to keep that going, but clearly I make more than $25 if I keep paying it, right? 1 month blows away that $25, Excuse me. So try to find jobs, that pay profit sharing. Another way to make passive income is a podcast. Like start your own podcast. The same thing, like with the knowledge and the ideas, or maybe you don't even, maybe you don't even want to teach anybody anything, right? Maybe you're like, I don't have any knowledge to share, but you know what? I'm a super funny dude, or I'm a super funny chick, and I'm gonna make a comedy podcast. Or maybe you're gonna make a podcast where you talk about politics or sports or whatever, right? But if you build it up enough, you can have sponsorships, right? You can always remember we talked about affiliates. You can always sell affiliate stuff, but then you can build it up to where you get sponsorships. You can do that with YouTube as well, right? A lot of this stuff you can intertwine them, affiliates, sponsorships, things like that. You know what I mean? So start a podcast. Another thing along the real estate avenue is Airbnb, right? Whether you have a property that you want to rent out for others, that's great. Or maybe you help someone else rent theirs out at the Airbnb, right? That's passive income. Again, work is still involved with all these things, but like with the podcast, once you put that podcast up there, it's there forever. The Airbnb, yeah, that's a little bit of work, but it's still money for you. It's definitely not a 9 to 5 job type of hours and work. Another thing is, those like peer-to-peer lending sites where you're lending someone money. So, for instance, there's a site called WeFunder. It's like startup businesses, and you can contribute to their startup, and then you make a certain percentage on your money. Now, you don't, like, I think I did one recently. I forget what the company was called. They sold mead, right? But I think I only did like $100. Like I'm just testing it out, But you can put in more than that if you want to. You put in $1,000, $10,000, like whatever you want, and then they tell you what your interest rate's going to be. Now, is there a risk? Probably, but I was just testing out feelers with $100. Another site like that. This is for real estate. It's called Ground Floor. Ground Floor. You can invest in other people's real estate deals. Same thing. I think I only put like $100 in somebody's deal too. Just test it out, see how everything works, and then you get your certain percentage, right? But it's passive. Like you're gonna work, put in some effort to research and see who you want to invest in, or what deal you want to invest in. But then once you physically put that money in, then you don't do anything else, right? You just wait to get paid. So there's things like that. Along the lines of peer-to-peer lending and real estate deals is you could be a private money lender. Like let's say you have a bunch of money in your bank account, and you're like, hey Carey, you know what? We used to take private money lenders for our ATM business. We actually haven't in a very long time, but we started to do really big events because we got private money lenders. Because we did this one event where they needed like 300 grand, and we didn't have 300 grand to do that event. So we got a private money lender. They took 300 from their account, gave it to us. We put it in the ATMs, and then when the event was over, we gave them back their $300,000 plus interest. Right now, that's an extreme example for an ATM business, but like for instance, let's say, hey Carey, you're like, hey Carey, I got some money in my account. I'd like to lend to you on your next real estate deal. Again, that's you're, whether it's me or somebody else, you're doing that little bit of work, figuring out who you want to lend your money to, right? And that could be money that's in your bank account. That could be a self-directed IRA. It could be whatever, right? But then once you lend me your money, let's say for a real estate deal, well, then your work's done until I pay you back. Does that make sense? And I think the real estate deals, when you do private money it's a little less risky. Like for real estate, for ATMs, it's literally just a little promissory note. But for real estate lending, it's like legit, not that lending private money for ATMs isn't, but it's like, lawyers and like hardcore paperwork. It's not just like one little piece of paper, you know what I mean? But you can be a private money lender. You can be a private money lender for anyone. It's just peer-to-peer lending, except you're doing it like face-to-face with somebody, or through, this is actually funny. This is a funny story. The first ever private money that I took from my ATM business was from someone that I had never, ever met. Had never met her before in my life. But it was funny. We were all part of this, like this real estate investing like group. I'm talking way, way, way back in the day. And we would all blog and like talk to each other on like forums and whatnot. I don't even know if they have forums or whatever anymore. But I would always talk about the ATM business because we just started our ATM business. And what happened was I didn't have much money when I started my ATM business. Not much at all. So what happened was we had our ATMs up and running, just a couple, and then we got a referral from someone, and that business owner that came to us wanted 2 ATMs for 2 locations of his. We had no money. So I was posting about this on my blog. And then this person, who I've known because, we've blogged back and forth, we responded to each other on these forums, sent me an email and said, hey, maybe, my husband and I can help you with this by being a private money lender. Let's talk. So that night, we talked on the phone, and she said, I think we definitely would be interested in doing one, but let me talk to my husband, about doing both of them. I'm like, okay. So, they did it, and, I got a check in the mail probably like a week or so later from a complete stranger that I've never met before in my life. And I said to my wife, I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe they just sent us this money. It was really cool. But of course we paid them back, paid exactly the way I was supposed to pay them. Because why? Because I want them to keep lending me money, right? We're referrals. And actually she told her boss about me at the time, and her boss became a private money lender. To this day, I've never met that lady that was her boss, but she lent us money and we paid her back, paid her off. This first friend that I'm telling you about, we've since met her in person, which was really cool because she literally was the first person who ever lent us money as a private money lender, and we didn't even know who she was. Never met her. So, anyways, that's a funny private money story for you. So another thing you can do is, I know this video is getting long. Don't forget to like this video, thumbs up. Don't forget to comment if you have any questions below, or if you have any ideas of what you want to share in the future, or for me to do a video in the future. Don't forget to like that, click that little ATM right there. Not the big one. If you click that, it's not going to do anything. But if you click that little ATM right there, hey, baby, can you do me a favor? Can you put that light on for me? If you click that little ATM right there, you subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell, and click all. So every time, oh, we got some light. So every time I go, not I go live, but I post a video, you get notified right away. All right. All right. So let's talk some more passive income ideas for you, because you are right now. I know you're all about how to have multiple streams of passive income. All right. So you could sell ads on your car. You can sell ads on your ATMs, on your vending machines, or anything that you own, right? T-shirts, right? Sell ads to people, like for the ATMs. You could sell ads for the receipt paper. You could sell ads on the screen. You could sell wraps and ads on the wraps. You could put an ATM topper up there, sell ads there, right? Again, it's work. Like, you have to work to get the sales, but then that's passive income coming in, right? You can, if this is a really good one, if you have the property and I guess the planning or codes or whatever permit it, put like you have a piece of land, like put a billboard up, sell ads for that, right? Just sell ads, and that is a passive income revenue stream that's going to keep coming in. Okay, I already says savings account. You could write a book, like write a book and sell it, like a physical book and sell it. You do it one time, it's a lot of hard work. Or maybe you have a ghostwriter, but then once you have it, and you can sell it through a website or what have you, and that's passive income that's coming in. Same thing like if you write music, and you can get royalties on that, you know? You could write just an ebook or have a ghostwriter write an ebook and sell that on a website constantly. It's hard work in the beginning, or work or effort in the beginning, and then it's constantly coming in. We already talked about CDs, REITs. You know, if you want to get invested, start it with real estate, but you don't want to do private money, or you don't want to buy actual real estate. You can do the REITs. They're real estate trusts, right? And it's like I think it's like a mutual fund. I have some in my TD Ameritrade account, which is where I do my dividend stock investing as well. Email marketing, right? If you, let's say you are you created a comedy podcast, right? And I'm just pulling the stuff out of my behind. I'm just making this up right now, just so you know. So you did a comedy podcast or a comedy YouTube channel, right? And you know, you tell people, hey, go to my comedy website. I don't know, careyisfunny.com, right? And you have some kind of opt-in. What? Okay. My wife is such a smartass. And you have some kind of opt-in that people that are interested in your comedy would want, right? Or you have a cooking show and a cooking podcast, and you have some kind of website with an opt-in that people interested in cooking would want, right? And then once they opt in, now they're on your list. So you can email them, you can set up an initial sequence for them, right? Which might be trying to sell them maybe a cookbook that you have, or maybe a comedy album that you have, or download. I guess they don't really do albums anymore, huh? But email marketing, once they're on your list, you can market to them. Okay, I know I email my list every day, Monday through Friday. I make it I try to make it entertaining and informative, right? Because otherwise it would get kind of boring, you know. So email marketing, and then another one is MLM, like multi-level marketing. I'll be honest, is not my favorite thing, right? To tell people to go do, because a lot of these MLM companies make you think you're going to make $1 million by the end of the year. And if you know anything about MLM, you'll know that most people don't make a lot of money, right? to make money in MLM takes a lot of hard work. But if you want to work from home and you want to make some passive income, my camera must have thought I've been talking too much, and I actually have been. This has been a pretty long video, so I don't know if I'm sorry or not. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, awesome. If you didn't, then I'm sorry that this is so long. But my camera shut off, so I had to start up again. So MLM, a lot of these MLM companies make you feel like, get you all pumped up and think you're gonna make a good $1 billion overnight, which that's not true. Most people in MLM don't make anything. But if you put a lot of effort and hard work into it, you can make some passive income from MLMs, right? In the beginning. And here's the thing, MLMs, there's a lot of shady ones out there, right? Let's be honest. But there's a lot of them out there that have really decent products. Like really decent products that you might get customers that just want the product. Like they don't want the opportunity, they want the product. Like I literally just signed up for an MLM. I literally did. And the ironic thing is I used to sell it way back in the day, way back in probably the mid 90s. But I signed up for it because I wanted the product. The product. Now, if I happen to sell the opportunity to somebody, like I'm not going to actively try to sell it to somebody, but if I did, awesome. I mean, it's a great product, but my intent is not to sell the opportunity to somebody to make them sell more opportunity. You know what I mean? It's just a good product, and I have a lot of friends that sell MLMs, but it's because they have a really good product, and a lot of them I think focus on the product, right, and not so much the opportunity, which of course is their prerogative, But if you want to make money with MLMs, you can either do it by selling the product or by selling the opportunity or both. Right? But you gotta put work in. Like it's work. It's not like you're just gonna have no effort and make passive income from an MLM. Right? That's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. All right, so that was my list. Like that was just a list of just a bunch of I just kind of vomited passive income streams that I thought in my head on this on my phone actually. And there's probably tons more. But in order for you to have multiple streams of passive income, you gotta start with one. And if you already have one and it's fine-tuned and you're making passive income with it, now it's time to add a second one, right? With everything that is going on, I can't stress this enough. With this pandemic, it should be hammered into everybody's head that you need multiple streams of income. And I'm gonna get more. What's the word? I can't even think of the word. More. Oh my God, I can't even think of the word right now. More. Yes, I'm doing this on this video with you. More, I'm going to say streamlined, but that's what I'm looking for. Like, instead of income, more narrow. I'm going to get more narrow. How's that? Not only multiple streams of income, but you need multiple streams of passive income. Passive income. Okay? So, this video, I mean, it's I guess it's less than 50 minutes, but it's been a long video. Sorry. As you can tell, I can talk, but it's go through it, right? Because there's so many ideas, and then you can learn from the idea, and you can take it and run with it and start making some passive income, right? All right. So listen, of course, if you would like to learn how to start your own ATM business, go to atmtrainingvideo.com if you'd like me to help you. atmtrainingvideo.com. Don't forget to like this video. Give me some thumbs up. Don't forget to click that little ATM right there. Subscribe to my channel. Click that bell icon and notifications. Make sure you click all, so every time I post a video, boom, you get it first. All right. Again, likes, any comments, post. Any questions, post. Okay. Trying to think. Okay, so I'll give you some info here. For folks that want to learn about dividend investing, if you reach out to me, I have a I'll be honest with you, it's the exact training that I took to start my dividend investing portfolio, and to get started on WeFunder and Ground Floor. Just add to like the investment mix, if you will. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I'll post. Maybe I'll just post a link in the comment, I guess. And yes, it's an affiliate link. Because she's a friend of mine too, and I think she's awesome. I'm trying to think. If you want to learn about vending, Mike G from Chrome Vending is a decent guy. No, he doesn't have anything to sell, but I'll put his link in the comments as well. Trying to think, that's probably about it. And if you're interested in working from home and you want to get involved in a MLM that has a really decent product, let me know. I'll tell you about it. If you're interested, awesome. If you're not, it's okay too. There's plenty of MLMs out there that you can research, that you can join, that you can buy the product because it's awesome, or yet you can do an opportunity, right? And then, of course, the big thing, which this is what I love doing the most, is if you would like me to help you start your own ATM business, go to atmtrainingvideo.com, or there'll be a link in the description. Just click that. And when you click that link in the description, that's going to be my main site, atmbusinessblueprint.com. Make sure you hit watch the training video. And then when you go through that, then you can apply to become a student. All right. And you opt in, watch the training, apply to become a student, and then schedule a call with my team. Together, you guys will go over your goals and figure out if one of my trainings is a fit for you. Don't forget to ask about the coronavirus special. All right, guys. I have taken up enough of your time. This one was 7 minutes. Well, it's not going to be completely 7 minutes because I'm going to edit some of it out. But man, thank you for staying with me on this video. Let me know in the comments. I want to know in the comments, for real. I want to know, did you watch this whole video? Tell me in the comments if you watched this whole video, because I have to know how serious you are about how you can have multiple streams of passive income. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day, and may you live happily off of passive income.